Hey, what's up, people? I have coffee and I'm playing my Algerie. Previously, video, I might have made a mistake in saying I have the Lac Legionnaire. I think that the Lac Legionnaire is the tier 6. This is the tier 7. It is probably the cruiser that I've had the longest, purely because I actually never play it. I really struggle with it. Not like the Neptune that you saw in the last video. The Neptune I've gone through, that was just a bad positioning, and that video was a bit of a joke. Anyway, so the Algerie, 203mm guns, 2 turrets front, 2 turrets rear. So 8 shells in the air should you go sideways. It's got the speed boost, which is kind of handy because you're constantly having to get the fuck away from danger because this thing is so bad. You've got the reload booster for the guns, which makes you load slower than an Atlanta for like 10 seconds. So it's got torpedoes. It's got 3 torpedoes. Each one does 14,000 something damage, and they've got a 9 kilometer range. So yeah, just drink some coffee and play the Algerie. We are on 2 brothers, and enemy is already in D. You know it's a destroyer. There he is. Somebody's using radar. I'm in a tier 7 in a 7 to 9 match. There's a DM Donsky. That's tier 9. He's hugging an island. He's also got a fire. I think he's going to put the fire out. So yeah, using my black cup because playing this thing is just pure torture. Let's see, black and orange cup. Anyway, I don't know, for some reason some of the cruisers are easier to grind. This one I just struggled. Okay, looks like a Bismarck, and I'm lagging in the first sort of 2-3 minutes of this match. I'm lagging like a mother trucker. If you look in the top right hand corner, I've got like a 200 millisecond ping. And yeah, I'm using the World of Warships anniversary camo because I got 80 of those and they're free and I need all the XP I can get. So yeah, Bismarck, he's got the yellow turrets, so I call that the new Bismarck. Doesn't matter. Oh, and I started another fire. So I've started 2 fires with the 203s. It's got handy. And then this guy starts taking pot shots at me. And it's time to get the fuck out. Oh, I was very lucky there. 4 penetrations. And now the Bismarck's hiding behind an island. Yes, I lost 10,000 of my HP already. So the last few months since I returned to World of Warships, all I've done is I've parked the ship, and every, I think it's 4th rotation that Narai comes, the co-op mission, or the scenario mission, I play this as much as possible with as many flags as possible. Did a couple of Narais this before this game as well, and yeah, that Donskoy is trying to flee. Lots of torpedoes. There's a destroyer. I don't have radar. So, for example, the Cleveland, and okay, they moved the Pensacola up to tier 8. I wouldn't take the Pensacola into a fight. Cleveland, one of my favorite ships. if you look at my stats, I think I've got more games than Cleveland and a lot of other ships. Might not have been wins, but the Cleveland is brilliant in that it can just pump out so much DPM and start fires. This thing, I don't know what it has for it. It has speed, so
engine boost activated.
Speed boost maybe. It's got the reload boost, which is I find fairly useless. I have to remind myself to use it. And then it's got Hydro and Catapult Fighter. There's no CVs in this match, so no Catapult Fighter really needed, except maybe when your Hydro has been used. But, okay, so I managed to get a fire. So that's my 4th fire of the match. And I think the Bismarck's going to have to let this one burn, because he didn't do the previous, he doused the previous one. He used his repair party, sorry. I just call it dousing. No, there he stopped it. Oh. Just look at that secondaries. It looks like a meteor shower. And he's shooting at me. Why are you shooting at me? There's so much better stuff. I got lucky. And that starts another fire. I'm kind of tempted to play burn MF burn, but I'll get a copyright strike and then I'll be in trouble. So let's not do that. Stop shooting at me. Focus on the ton of stuff that is coming at you. Torpedoes, etc. Alright, so he's incapacitated both my torpedo tubes somehow. Ooh, ouch, there's a rune, I think, on that side. Tier 9 German cruiser, if I'm not mistaken. Look, I can't blame everybody for shooting at me. I'm in an Algerie, which is a shit ship. I'm a tier 7 in a tier 9 match, so that already makes me kind of weak sauce. So if I was in their shoes, I'd be shooting at me as well. This is when you're on the receiving end, you don't really like it. Now, as you can see, I'm using the speed boost quite vigorously to dodge all the incoming fire. And we are at 50,000 damage done already, but I do feel I've had to really work for it. Yeah. There's something itching me there. And that is me and Mayoko bumping each other. Oops. You see, I think even the Miyoko for me was an easier grind, because the Miyoko you can sort of sneak up, bait a battleship, he starts chasing you, you run away and you fire your rear-facing torpedoes. This thing only has 3 torpedoes. I think the Miyoko has 2 sets of 4. Way more effective.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Alright, so using my Hydro to try and spot as many torpedoes as possible while moving up to support this battleship. That destroyer is going to get spotted very soon. The rune is still trying to be relevant on the edge of the map. Yeah, and he's screaming for radar, but I don't have radar. But there's a buffalo in the middle, and he's radaring, and for some reason he spots the destroyer somehow. And shells out, and that destroyer just gets obliterated. Shame, you got a feel for him. Right. Time to capture. And drink coffee. Alright, so this guy, JHS_victory, is a bit of a douchebag. I mean, I didn't do any reporting or anything on him, but he was like constantly, you'll see later in the match, constantly mouthing off. And I mean, I do it every once in a while, like a couple of matches ago when that Henry V was constantly shooting at my Alaska. And he's shooting at my Alaska 12 k's away while there's a battleship 5 k's from him. And then when I citadelled him, I was like, okay, bye. But this guy's just constantly mouthing off. And I think if you've watched my gameplay, I'm not mouthing off that bad. So I just want to get this battleship between me and that rune. That rune can hurt me. And I want to get a little bit closer to the shadow of the mountain for whatever protection that might offer. We're fairly firmly in control of this match. Five penetrations and I start another fire. That is Jean Bart, and he is now reversing. So he's bowing onto the buffalo that is in that passageway. And as you can see, 3 penetrations and I'm just not doing that much damage. And my understanding is a lot of your XP is based on the damage you do. So I just can't get that much damage done. Yo, that's a lot of shells traveling over there. 1,700. I think he is. Oh, his secondaries are going crazy towards me, but he's about to get obliterated. Shame, and that buffalo eventually burns him down. Oh, Musashi takes care of an Amagi. I would have liked the Musashi. See, now it's again. Bye. Nice, GG. Seriously, people. The GG's, yes, that's good, but you know, chat in team, you don't need to be total douchebags. Unless you're a rune sailing off the edge of a map, but I'm going to go into this cap circle and try and cap it. We just lost. We have just lost C, so now it's trying to get A. I think, oh, I've got 3 aiming at me, and that's all 3 remaining ships. I mean, seriously, how bad can my luck be? There's a buffalo right here. There's a big, juicy battleship, and they're still aiming at me. Come on, guys. I'm in a tier 7 Algerie. Yeah. Free kill, easy kill, whatever they want to do. 63,500 damage. Almost doubled my HP and damage. That's good, and I don't have a repair party, so... Ooh, this is going to hurt. Let's see. Oh, that is the DM Donsky that was hiding behind the, what's his name, earlier. There's a battleship. Yeah, and I just bounced. Not bounced, just avoided, and I need to get sideways. I think that's an Iowa, if I'm not mistaken. And here I make a bit of a mistake. Okay, so set a fire on him. He's going to let the fire burn, and I turn because I'm trying to get my torpedoes in play, and he just blaps me. Yeah, that was an Iowa. 4 penetrations. I start another fire. 76,000 damage. He stopped it from burning, and I should have went head on. Realized that he was loading very, very fast. Vladivostok, can't wait to get to the high tier battleships of the Soviet line. The sign-up I've been using in the Narai scenario, and what an utter beast for a scenario. So, you know, to say I typed just to my team, motherfucker, because he did take about a quarter of my health away. But it's a tier 7 Algerie versus an Iowa. I mean, Iowa is still one of the very best battleships out there. Although, I mean, I really, really can't wait to get to the Soviet ones. As I was saying, I was enjoying the sign-up. We had 2 sign-ups in a match, and we just sailed straight into all the NPCs and stuff. Now, look at this JH's victory, game over, GG, and he's continuing. And it's like, guys, seriously, you know what? We might be taking all the caps. They might be getting obliterated, but there's no reason to be a douchebag. Ooh, and that mediocre takes out our DM Donsky. Right? That was, and check now, bye Iowa. Really? Don't be a douchebag. Anyway. Mediocre explodes, we win. Did double my HP and damage, which I see as fairly good. I mean, it was a 100,000 plus match, but I mean a tier 7 cruiser in a tier 9 match. So 76,000. It was actually 5th on XP, not bad for tier 7. Made 135,000 profit, not great. 8,000 experience. Yeah, wow, ooh, I had a win in my Leon. I got 80 plus thousand XP, and I still need 110,000. I should get it this weekend. That said, if you don't see a video in the next day or two, I'm away for the weekend. I'll be back on Monday with some more replays and good stuff, and we'll speak soon. Take care. Cheers.